See if I can do this with this wind. Oh my goodness, it is just blustery up here today. So we just brought this 2430 in on a purchase. Guy needed to sell it, so we bought it. It's a 2020 model with about 600 hours on it, I think. So I'll walk over, just do a quick walk around on it. I was going to try and set the camera up and do a chat, but with this wind, you'll never hear a word that I'm about to say. So let's walk over here and we'll go over it pretty quick. All right, so actually I have two processors that are available for sale. I have a 1424 diesel and this 2430 just rolled in. We threw a big piece of ash up on there and made little pieces out of big pieces. Start here at the hour meter. I want to say it was like 656 is what was on it. Come on. So it is showing 657 point something there. Not sure why I turned the camera off, but anyway. Tandem axle, 18 foot. This is the gravity swing. So you have to undo the clamp here and then this swings down for transport. It's an extended frame. It's the 56 horsepower. It's a two-stage pump. I got to fill it up with some diesel. This one came with 2 5/16 ball on it. I do have a couple of wedges. They're over there on the pallet forks. Runs pretty good, pretty solid machine, pretty dry. There's one little drip on a return line on the other side. Just got to fix that. Go to the hydraulic shop on Monday. It's nothing big. I just don't like oil dripping on my toe. So this, with it being a 2020 model, actually I'll show you the serial tag. So it was February 27 of 20. We'll give everything a good greasing, top off the oil, top off the fuel, or top off the bar oil. Engine oil was fine. So this one has the side plates in it for doing like the really big wedges. This is just a traditional 8-way that's in here now. Because we have this great big one, if I don't trip on it here, there it is. So this French fry cutter doesn't really work, so I don't like that wedge. But this one makes some really, really nice firewood. So it's got the side pockets here for dropping in the splitter chamber so nothing really walks around. And then we've got a really tall 8-way for doing like the bigger boiler wood. Works out really nice. So these two will go with it because unless you want a boat anchor, you can have that one. But I know from previous experiences that one isn't worth anything. So we'll just sell it with the 3 wedges, the star pattern 8-way, the stepped 8-way, and then whatever this thing turns out to be. So let's see, that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16-way, I guess, is what that one turns out to be. But I got a spare tire for it over there next to the 1424. I should have brought in the picture. There's 2 spare bars, handful of saw chains. Really nice unit, pretty clean. We'll get it pressure washed, get some of that mud and other grease off of it. But all in all, really nice unit. I'm glad that they brought it down here. Customer was about 4 hours away. And they just pulled out after we ran about that much wood through it. Now we're going to go up to my neighbor's house with it because Bob has a big wood pile up there and I owe him a favor. So we're gonna move everything up. We'll take the log loader trailer back there for working between the pile and the live deck. We're just gonna make a big old mound and a big pile of sawdust. So time to start moving. I've always thought about using the toolcat for pulling this. I don't think I would do it. Actually, I know I wouldn't move it with wood on it because the trailer by itself weighs about 6,000 pounds. and I'm pretty sure it's about what the tool cat weighs, so trying to stop anything more than that. And like I said, we're going really far because there's the wood yard, and this is just up my neighbor's driveway, and get things set up. I'll show you what we have going on. Just keep going from there. Alright, so we got everything moved into position. See if I can get this done before the wind picks back up again so you can hear me. We have a pile or two from a log truck over here. It's been a little while, they're a little punky, but it's what we have to work with. I've got the block loader trailer. This is an RFR 07 with a 21-foot reach loader on it. Then we have the used, new to me, 2430 wood processor. I do have the 8-way in it, the star pattern 8. And we're just gonna, just like this, we're gonna use the loader to load the live deck. I was gonna bring my excavator up, but the way that we're pinned in here, it would be a lot of tracking back and forth. Plus with the trailer, I can rotate the wood around to get that butt end facing the splitter chamber just for easier splits. And 21 foot worth of reach, gonna give me plenty. We're gonna run it without anything hooked up to it. We're just gonna move one log at a time. So I'm gonna grab the camera out of the tripod and I'll show you just what we have. All right, so we have the work mule, which never ceases to amaze me, our Bobcat UW56. Then we have the used 2430 processor, diesel powered, 56 horse in this one. I think I have the conveyor set up about where I want it as far as height goes. I don't want to go too steep where stuff is falling back down in the splitter trough on me, but I think we're gonna do well there. The 2430, just like the 1824 diesel or the 2424, does have the extended frame on it. And I should mention, so the 2430, 24 is probably the optimum size diameter for going through this. It will cut up to about 28-inch diameter. And then 30 is the full stroke of the cylinder. So this is kind of like the big boiler wood. Kind of longer cut length machine. And just what you see here on the 48-inch pass-through grapple, we're just going to load the live deck with the RFR 07 heavy duty from AM Machinery. This does have the 21-foot reach loader on it. This is capable of picking up like 3,800 pounds at half reach. And like I mentioned a second ago, I do want to use this because we're kind of penned in here between like this tree. It's a really short space. And then at the back, there's a whole bunch of trees where I couldn't come in there, and I just have the fixed thumb and bucket. So I couldn't rotate these out. I'd have to grab here and then track and twist and tear up Bob's yard. So I don't want to do that. But with the rotator and the grapple, I can just spin everything just how I want it to end up on the live deck here for the 2430. Don't have any ballast weight on the trailer, just moving, you know, one at a time should be plenty good. I do have some bigger logs in here, like that one, and a bigger one there. So we'll see how they go across. I might actually spin those so the short end or the skinny end goes in first, and then try it up to about where I can chew on it. So we'll see what happens. But here's the whole setup: log pile, trailer, processor. About to make a whole bunch of sawdust fly, you know, little pieces out of big pieces. right, so first initial impression of the 2430. I like it. It's definitely designed for the bigger size wood. It's got a little bit further of a drop on it than my 18. The saw is a little bit quicker, so I have to get down with the timing on that just a skosh. The auto cycle valve needs an adjustment on it, but other than that, I like it. So we're just gonna rinse and repeat and just keep loading the deck until the pile is gone. One other thing I have to get used to, like on mine, it had the auto tensioner, but this is your regular bolts, your 11/16 and a 7/16 for the adjustment. So this is what we amassed. I got to look at the hour meter and actually see the time difference here, but just wanted to get the camera out before it got completely dark.